Hey Taurus, this read is for you guys. Let's jump on in. Let's get started. We'll see what the universe has in store for you guys today. So universe, what messages do you have for Taurus for Wednesday? What guidance, what warnings, what affirmation, what insight can you give them? And we'll see what she's got. Power, the power card. Prosperity begins. Triumphant success. Obstacles and challenges. And awareness. So already I'm feeling like you've been working towards something. I think that's what the obstacles and challenges speaks to. Your path, your journey. I believe the prosperity begins is speaking to, I think it ties in with triumphant success, and that you're going to start seeing the payoff from all of this hard work pretty soon. I believe the power card speaks of sort of an inner strength that you've gained from this journey. I got spiritual union, shadow, wisdom, the heart chakra, which speaks to relationships and healing. And I have balance as well. So I feel like we're going to be speaking about a relationship in this reading as well. I don't know if it's going to be the entire focus, but I definitely feel like it's going to come into play in this reading. I feel like in this work you've been doing, learning to overcome these obstacles and challenges in your life, navigating whatever this situation is, I feel like it's given you an inner power. I almost feel like it's speaking to finding a balance in your life. And maybe finding a balance in this relationship or with this relationship between work and home. I'm not entirely sure. I have the Seven of Swords, which speaks to a situation that you feel is unfair. That you got the short end of the stick. Somebody took something from you and has no feelings of guilt. I have the Two of Swords as well, which speaks of being deadlocked, having trouble making a decision about something, having a tough time doing it logically and seeing your way through emotion. And I believe that ties in with the Two of Wands here, which represents choosing a path. And I feel like that ties in with the relationship and finding a balance and making choices. I have the Five of Cups, which represents being stuck in negative emotions and having trouble seeing positive opportunities around you. And the Hermit as well. And the Hermit, to me, the Hermit ties in with wisdom. I think it also ties in with the awareness card as well, and doing that deep thinking and reflecting and seeing things from a logical perspective instead of looking at things through emotion, so that you can find your way to making the best choice that's going to give you what you need. I have the Eight of Pentacles here, which represents, well, they call it the Apprentice card, so it represents learning, usually academic learning. I think it's speaking to, I believe it's speaking towards working working for something and it taking up a lot of your time. I think that might have contributed to the issues in this relationship and maybe things not being balanced because you were just working so hard. I have the Four of Pentacles here, and he's sometimes called the miser card because he hangs on to what he has pretty tightly. And I almost wonder if that wasn't some of the issues that you had as well. Arguing about money, because I have the Five of Wands. You can see from it they're all scrapping. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of conflict there. And I have the Nine of Swords, which represents being stuck in those negative emotions, having trouble seeing your way clear of them, seeing things from a logical point of view. Yeah, I think money was tight for you guys. I think you were working towards the future, trying to get an education, lay down some groundwork for a better future for you guys. And I feel like it just, well, it took time. It takes a lot of your time to be able to do that. And I wonder if your partner didn't feel neglected or didn't feel like the relationship was getting neglected. And that was a lot of the issues that you guys were having. I got the Five of Pentacles as well, which speaks of going through a rough time financially, and I think that also ties in with the Miser card, and then there was arguments on how to spend what little money you guys did have. I did get the Seven of Pentacles though, and the Seven of Pentacles represents a bountiful harvest. So I feel like whatever you were working towards, whatever you guys were pinching pennies for and sort of going without for, I feel like you're getting to a point where you're going to be able to reward yourselves. You're going to be in a much better spot financially. I have the Fool card here, and he speaks of taking a leap of faith. To me, when I look at him, I see brightness and I see hope. So I feel like your payoff is coming. I feel like it's right around the corner here, and the sacrifice and the hard work is about to pay off for you guys. I have the Seven of Cups, which represents choices and choosing wisely, weighing your options. I have the Seven of Wands, which speaks of, for me, it speaks of assertiveness. I think in this to me, he represents the two of you having an open dialogue and feeling like you can speak your mind to each other without it being a big fight. So having discussions on how to spend money. That's just the impression I get when I look at him. Being able to talk it through logically so that nobody's getting upset and weighing out your options. I got the Six of Pentacles, and he sometimes represents an even give and take. I'm getting like more of an abundance vibe from him and having extra. That's what he speaks to me of in this read. What you guys were working towards, what you guys were penny pinching for and fighting over the money because things were tight, and it tends to cause a lot of stress. I feel like it's going to start to pay off here right away. I have the Two of Pentacles, which speaks of a balance between work and home life. And so I think that's something that you guys also had to negotiate in all of this, because this work for the future to set down the foundation took up so much of your time that it caused an unbalance in the relationship. So I feel like that's something that you guys are working on as well. You're trying to come back together, trying to make sure that everybody's getting enough of what they need. Communication is definitely key for that. Keeping those lines of communication open. I have the Queen of Cups here, and to me when I look at her, I see emotional abundance and happiness. And I think that's you guys leveling the scales and balancing between the work and the home to make sure that everybody's getting what they need on an emotional level and everybody's a lot happier. To me, in the strength represents how hard this journey has been for both of you, and you both have had to draw on inner strength, and I think within it you've also built up your reserve of inner strength as well. I have the Ace of Wands, which speaks of a new beginning. It can also speak of a new beginning for a business venture, and I almost wonder if this isn't what you've been working towards. This is the thing that you've been after. I don't know that it's a new business. To me, this just says, it just says that you're setting a foundation for a new career, a new path, a brighter financial future, just setting that stability for the future, and it's a new beginning for that. So whatever this is that you've been working towards, it's about to come to fruition. You're going to start on that journey, because I think working towards it is one part of the journey, and you're about to get to the end of that, where you're beginning the next chapter and you're starting out on it. I see that it's been a long time coming. It's been an exhausting journey. It's been wearing on both of you, but I feel like you've been able to find your way through. You're going to start to see the payoff of all that hard work, and not just the emotional, you guys being able to work through these issues, but I think the Three of Pentacles speaks of the financial payoff you're going to start to see right away, and that abundance. When I just keep feeling that abundance vibe coming off this card here. I feel like this is finally going to pay off for you. And I have the Ace of Swords, which represents triumph, and I feel like that's going to be the end result of all this hard work, and not just financial wise, but in your relationship as well. And definitely the financial part is going to help to lessen the stress on the relationship, but I think in going through all of this, I think you guys have learned a new way of coping and dealing with stress. That's actually made you stronger as a couple. I have the waiting game here, which to me represents this path that you've been on and having it feel like it's just taken forever. I have movement, choices, decisions, which I think also speaks to this journey and this transition that you're on. And I have the Stand Your Ground card. And to me that just speaks of communication between the two of you, and both of you being able to say what you need and when something's not working for you, and then coming together and trying to make sure that the other person is getting enough of what they need. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed the read. If it resonated with you, please feel free to comment. I would love to hear all about it. Take care.